Expedition takes less energy now. He also gains a large amount of. Cool. Thanks, old man. Alright.
Greetings, King Jason. I am the Dockmaster, Nestus. May Athena's 5 virtues be with you always.
Row us out to the ship, Nestus.
Of course, sir.
Jason, how are you? My heart broke when I heard what happened. This ship was to be a wedding gift. Now it's something else, I suppose.
Perhaps it still will be, Argonauts. Is she ready to sail?
Aye, she's girded and fit for open waters.
Good. I have her maiden destination. Delphi.
Delphi? What in Hades do you want to go there for?
I have questions that need answers. Answers I can only find on Delphi.
Argos, do you know the way?
I've sailed most every patch of sea in Greece, but I've never seen the shores of Delphi. Part of me thinks it's just a myth.
There are tales of heroes who've been there.
Aye, and each claims it's in a different place. I'm sorry, Jason. I can't steer you there.
Elias said he would look into it. We should check back with him.
Now what about this Medea woman? She says you told her to come aboard. Nearly scared me half to death. She just walked up behind me in the deck house. No rowboat, no nothing.
It's all right. She'll be coming with us to Delphi.
It's your ship, but you need to see what she's done to her quarters below decks.
Very well, Argos. I will.
It's irregular.
This ship's a sight to see. Let's have the tour.
Certainly. We can start right here. Now, you've already seen her size. She's the biggest ship I've ever made. She's also the fastest, mind you, but we'll get to that. The hull is soft fir wood, light and strong, and resin-coated to keep out the sea. I've made a few modifications to the classic structure to make room for the rowing apparatus, but we've kept a shallow draft in case you need to be beached for repairs. I told you before, this ship can row itself. Come, I'll show you how. Here, Jason, take a look down here and tell me what you see.
Ropes, pulleys, oars. I've never seen anything like it.
Of course you haven't. No one has. A ship that can row itself. One man, me, to take the place of 200 hunchbacked oarsmen.
How does it work?
It's taken me half a century to answer that question. More time than we have. Come, I'll show you the deck house. The ore deck is the heart of this ship, and this room is the head. As long as we have a clear view of the stars, we'll never be lost. I can assign destinations to the various constellations, and this ship will remember how to sail there. And once we've set a destination, the ship will maintain our course without a steersman.
Amazing.
Indeed. Now, let's go below. You'll find no cramped bunks down here. With the automated oars, we have space to live comfortably. Spacious cabins with room enough for all. Here, there's a chamber to store all your equipment. At the prow end. Well, come, I'll show you.
Finished the runes of warding.
So I see.
They are attuned to you, Jason. Only you can remove them. As long as they remain active, neither I nor my powers can leave this room. However, I can still prove harmful to anything inside these walls.
How did you come to be a Blacktown?
My father was King Aedes of Colchis. He had no time for daughters, so I was often left to myself. One day, when I was 12, my father decided he would marry me to a neighboring king. My suitor was nearly 60. On our wedding night, I murdered him when he came to my bed. Then I ran. For years, I lived alone, but I vowed never again to be powerless. The Black Tongues found me, and at the time, what they offered was intoxicating.
Power can be that way.
Oh, eventually I realized there was a price to all things. I had thought I was gaining power, but I was being made a thrall. I was that 12-year-old girl all over again. But this time, it was a titan slipping into my bed. It comes and goes in waves. Perhaps we could speak more later.
Of course. I hope you're comfortable here. Let me know if you need anything.
I will.
Never had a shrine like this on a ship before. But, as you requested, here it is.
What you've done is wondrous, Argos. I've never seen a finer ship. She has no rival in all of Greece.
I would not boast, but I wouldn't argue with you either. Everything I've ever learned about sailing on the seas, I've put into this ship. There's one thing I'd ask of you in return.
Name it.
Let me sail her for you. I know this ship better than anyone.
She's the work of your hands. I cannot say no. May you steer her well.
Thank you, my king.
One more thing. It's It's only right that you be forever remembered with your masterpiece. So let it bear your name. I hereby name this ship the Argo. Long may she sail the seas.
Jason, you do me too much honor.
You've earned it, Argos.
Thank you, Jason. Now, I'll leave you to have a look around yourself. I'll be above decks if you need me.
That boat will turn heads in every port from here to Athens.
Say farewell to Elsewhere before you sail for Delphi.
You ever wish you had a normal life, Jason?
Who says I can't?
Hail, sir.
Hail, sir.
Don't bother the warden. Don't mind him, sir. He's just some fool kid.
It's no bother. What's your name?
Sign on. Reporting for duty, sir.
Excuse me?
I'm here to join the guard, sir. You must need replacements after the attack. I'm ready to serve.
How old are you?
Old enough to wield a sword and shield.
But not get a razor, it would seem.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Sinon. Come back in a year or two.
King Jason, I beg you. My father was one of your servants. He died in the attack. Now my mother wants to leave for Thrace. I won't do it. Let me fight for you. Let me avenge my father.
You have ambition, Sinon. I like that. but the road to the guard is a long one. I'll put in a word with Captain Idas that you be trained as an apprentice.
An apprentice? But I want to join the guard. I want to honor my father.
All new recruits first serve as apprentices. There's much you can learn by polishing armor and sharpening blades.
You only say that because I'm young. You're making a mistake. One day I'll be the best warrior on all of Yolkus. You'll see.
Strange lad.
Insolent, too.
He means well, I'm sure. Come, Hercules.
Jason, I found something.
The way to Delphi?
Perhaps. It's an old chart, crude and rough, but it does show an island marked only as Oracle's Rock. It lies far to the west.
To the west.
I've sent the chart down to Argos at the ship. At least it might offer a place to start your search.
Thank you, Uncle.
Jason, what of Yolkus? Your journey may take some time.
You can watch over her, Pelias. I trust you.
My place is as an advisor, not a leader.
You are my only family left. I ask this of you as your nephew. Watch over Yolkus while I'm gone.
If this is truly your will, then I cannot say no. So be it, Jason. I live to serve.
I knew I could count on you. Now all that's left is to take my leave of Alcime in the mausoleum.
Medea should be aboard the ship by now.
Medea?
A former Black Tongue. She has agreed to journey with us. Her knowledge should prove valuable.
Jason, are you sure? Once a Black Tongue, always a Black Tongue.
I trust her, and she'll be watched. Don't worry.
Things have happened so fast. I see great deeds ahead of you, Jason. Do not worry about Yolkus. Anyone who would do her harm must come through me.
These men rest easy.
Zeus protect you.
And you, Photios. I spoke with the widow Agatha. She asks that you collect her husband's things and bring them to her.
Of course, but it may take some time. There is one thing that could be delivered sooner.
Thanos' last message to his wife. I was at his side when he died, and I heard his final words. But it isn't an easy message to bear.
Thanos fell beneath my roof. I'll deliver his final words.
I don't envy you the task. What he told me as he lay dying was that he always loved Agatha, even though he was not always faithful. He hoped she would remember him as a good man, if not a perfect one, and find it in her heart to forgive him. You see, not the easiest matter to address.
It is delicate. I'll give this message to Agatha.
I think they were sending a message to all Greeks. We must prepare for war.
I only